So
I'm wondering, Rick, if at some point, maybe today or in future shows, we should get a nudist. You know, one of those official nudist spokespeople. You know, because there's all these nudist organisations. Get them on the phone, justify themselves to Carl, because, you know, in his mind, they are, what would you say, weirdos, freaks?
I don't quite get it. I was reading something in one of the supplements last weekend, and some journalist went round to some, whatever you call it, some resort or whatever for nudes and that. And it's
Were
just
they playing volleyball?
Well, the annoying thing was, bowls.
Why is that annoying?
Well, don't play a sport where you got to bend over.
Neil Young from the album Zuma, and that's Pardon My Heart on XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. We just had a text here that says, and I don't know what truth there is in this, as ever, but John says there is apparently a nude bike ride today in Hyde Park. Now, I can't believe that's the case, because I don't think it's allowed, is it? You can't ride around with your veg, can you?
I don't know.
Why would you want to?
Well, it's a good point.
On a bike.
On a bike, I like the fact that that's what disgusts him.
Do you know what? If we did appeal for a nudist to call in, I'd want a very specific sort. I don't want I want a German nudist, a middle-aged man called Helmut.
Okay.
If there is any, or the closest one to it. So, I want a middle-aged man from Germany. If your name is Helmut, you're in, but I'll accept Hans, Carl would be good, wouldn't it?
Alright.
Yeah.
I think, I'm wondering if the age might, maybe we could we broaden that
Okay,
out
just a German nudist bloke.
Right.
Could he at least be fat? Could I find a fat German fella? If your name's Helmut, we're gonna give you a big prize.
Yeah.
But, you know, any fat German fella who likes to get his sausage out.
Sure.
Okay?
It's sauerkraut.
Yeah.
What's the phone number?
0871 222 1049. It'd be good just to get an email or a text over the contact, wouldn't it? And then I can just call them up in the week.
Sure.
And
83936 is the text number. I don't know what our audience demographic pans out like, Rick, but I'm suspecting that's probably a fairly small fraction of our listenership.
I know, but you know, there must be someone out there, if you know a fat German who likes to get his tackle out. Phones are going.
Straight away.
Just answer it, Carl, just answer it, just pot that.
it could be anything.
Well, just see what it is.
To be fair, it could be a nutter. It could be a nutter.
But just say hello, just tell his nutter straight away.
He'll stay there, won't he? He'll stay there.
Well, answer it. Answer it.
Leave it.
Answer it.
Oh, you see this? It's gone. It's gone. There you go, he bottled it, so... just as well.
Well, you took too long to answer it.
There's a vicar in, Australia who's started sort of doing his services and all that. In nude.
Hot, isn't it, out there?
Yeah, but you get the churches aren't. Churches are pretty cold. It was on some website.
Of course it was, yep.
Just saying about a vicar and that who's, there's a lot of nudists and that who want to get married. Do it, you know, don't mess about with the wedding dress and that, just snip up.
Isn't it?
Well, I suppose it's so, I suppose if you believe in God, you believe that, that's the way to be, innit? Because Adam and Eve and that.
Yeah, but then in Adam and Eve, the shame made us dress up, didn't it?
Yeah.
Eating the apple and things.
Yeah, but God didn't want that, did he?
No, he wanted to see it all. He was loving it. He was having a whale of time getting a life full of all of that, and then the snake said, cover yourself up.
Stitched him right up.
Yeah.
So if you believe in God, which clearly I don't, do you believe in God, Carl?
Dunno, I don't really worry about it. It was ages ago, wasn't it? So, you know, if he's about, whatever. Not that bothered. Adam and Eve is pretty interesting though, isn't it?
It's not, well, how is it interesting? He made man, out of dust. Then just 'cause he could, he's having a laugh. Then he made, her out of one of his ribs, again, he'd like to vary it a little bit. Then they had 2 sons, which gave rise to the entire human race. What was going on there then?
What would have happened if they didn't get on? That's interesting.
Sometimes with pandas, they don't fancy the other one, do they? They go, well, that's my choice, one. You've brought me one panda from Lisbon Zoo, and I've got to shag that. What if I don't fancy it? What if they bring in a right slapper?
Do you think
what if it's the equivalent of, like, Love Island, whatever it's called?
It was like Celebrity Love Island.
Yeah, and they're going, I'm not shagging that slapper. Every panda in the world has seen that dirty old mott in magazines. Why am I meant to mate with it? I've got some dignity.
Are you talking about Adam there or Panda? Was that? Well, either is fine, I suppose.
No, bad
Do you think
pandas.
that Adam had any say when God was making Eve? Was he saying, "Can make the boobs a bit bigger, would you?" And then I'm a blonde guy. I'm into blondes, really. I mean, I don't know. Did he have any input, or was it just?
I don't know. Well, I suppose
It was one of his ribs. After
I know,
all.
but he's probably restricted. You go, well, I'm working with a rib, Adam. Give me a break. There's only so many things I can do.
Well, he's probably in kind of intensive care, wasn't he? With the whole.
They go, well, I can't just keep making the boobs and things bigger because their legs will get shorter. I don't mind short legs.
Yeah, make the legs longer.
I don't mind no legs. I don't mind no legs.
As long as the boobs are sizable.
I tell you what's weird though, Steve, right? Everyone's heard of, like, Adam and Eve, yeah? What's the surname?
Yeah, where'd they get their post from? Unbelievable.
Now listen, before you play the next tune, we should just, we were trying to mop up some stuff from the last couple of shows which we haven't dealt with yet. One of which is an obsession of yours, because we're on a radio station, Ricky and I come in, we bring in CDs, music we love, it means so much to us, we adore it. You don't really care about music, you work at a radio station, it's just, you know, I don't care.
I do.
No, you don't.
I do like a good track. I don't like everything that comes out and everyone raves about.
Yeah, you thought the iPod wasn't worth it because you named the 5 tracks you'd like. What was it? It was In the Ghetto, Babushka, Living in the City. What was the other one? Killing a Georgie, and there was one other one or something. And you just only like songs with a story.
Yeah, but then there's a reason to listen to it, isn't there?
Well, no, only once.
Going on. No, because you might forget the ending. Listen to it again.
Yeah,
But
you
anyway,
might, yeah.
you've been listening to Babushka quite a lot, is that right? Because you've really got into your head now, you're trying to decipher
Well,
the
when
story.
I've been sort of asking for songs with stories, people have texted in, emailed in and whatever, and I've had a couple, you know, last time we did the show. So I've gone, oh right, that sounds interesting. And Babushka, when I was away on holiday, I listened to it a few times because I like the story. It's a good little story going on.
You got some thoughts on it though, have you?
Uh,
Couple of questions.
Will we have a listen to it?
Well, let's have a listen to the track, and then I know you've got some queries you'd like to raise.
It's just about a woman, innit, who, I don't know, she's ugly or something, aged badly, and her husband gets bored with her. Have a listen, see what you think. Right.
XFM. You're listening to Magic 105.4. That was all the way back to 1979. Kate Bush, Babushka.
So, we would like your suggestions for songs which have stories in them, which may entertain Carl. They could shoot to the top of his list.
What do you think of that, Carl? That has a little story there.
I like it, but...
So she tests her husband. Yeah, she writes him letters. She gets a letter back. It's a pseudonym. Babushka's her pseudonym. It's not a real name. Her real name is Molly Strank. From Ealing, and Eva responds. She goes, "Oh, he's you know." So in real terms, he's having a bit of an illicit affair behind her back because she doesn't know it's his wife. So she goes, "Oh, well, I'll take this a bit further, see how far I go." He turns up. She turns up, he gets it on with her, and he's falling for her because she's acting like she used to act, you know.
But was he just playing along with it? Was he like,
No, it's not, because they'd have said that in the song. They don't leave it up to...
Some people do that, don't they?
Well, it wasn't. Kate Bush would have said, and by the way, he's playing along. She'd have given us a clue. He's not. He's fallen for it. She went along incognito. He thought it was another woman.
But how much work can you do to yourself to, say if like, I wrote a letter to Suzanne, right? Saying,
she'd know it was you, it'd have egg stains on it, it'd be spelt wrong.
No, but,
and you'd sign
know,
it Carl, crossed out Babushka.
I wrote to, I won't pick Babushka. I think that's a ridiculous name, that wouldn't have worked anyway. You just get a vision in your head of, I wouldn't have answered a letter from someone called Babushka.
It's not the point. If Kate Bush is listening, please call in, because I'd love her to have a conversation with you. I mean, that would be great. Forget Helmut. No, Helmut, you keep trying. A fat German. We want Kate Bush and a fat German.
What I mean is, though...
Now, wait a minute. What worries me is he didn't answer the last phone call. What if Kate Bush does phone it?
If anyone knows Kate Bush, give her a call now. She's probably not listening. She's probably doing yoga or something, I imagine, or making a lentil soup, or maybe just like repotting some plants, right? Or practicing piano, right? But if anyone knows Kate Bush, got a number, call her up now, say, tune into XFM, there's a little bald mank fella wants to talk to you about Babushka, right?
But how much...
But Helmut, don't worry, you'll get your... chance. The phones are going. That could be Kate Bush.
That could. Don't worry about it.
That could be Kate Bush.
I know for a fact it isn't.
Okay, answer it.